From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live Tonight starts right now.
Human trafficking is one of the most underreported and underfunded issues in the U.S. An estimated 200,000 American children are at high risk for trafficking in the sex industry each year, with the average age of 13 for those affected. To help fight human trafficking, LexisNexis has announced the donation of its technology to the D.C.-based Polaris Project, one of the largest anti-trafficking nonprofit organizations. And joining me now live here in the studio are Haywood Talcove, Chief Executive Officer of LexisNexis Special Services Incorporated, and Ambassador Mark Laygone, Executive Director of the Polaris Project. Gentlemen, thank you both for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Beverly.
So talk about, first and foremost, a lot of people have in their minds that human trafficking is something that happens when people are brought from other countries to this country. They don't necessarily think of it as American young teens being recruited. Talk about how prevalent a problem it is.
It's a major problem around the world and right here in America. Best way to understand it is people are being enslaved, and some are adults, some are migrants, but U.S. citizens who are minors, who are pulled into prostitution, are some of the most vulnerable victims.
And D.C. has a particularly high prevalency, right?
Yeah, when Polaris Project was established 7 years ago, including doing national work, we decided to come to Washington because it was one of the key cities where one sees Latinas, Asians, and indeed U.S. citizen minors who are victims of sex trafficking.
LexisNexis is donating technology. Tell us what you're doing and why you got involved.
We got involved because anything to do with children is one of the core issues that our company has. I mean, personally, and both from LexisNexis' standpoint, we really want to help children. And when we were approached by Polaris, they really needed some help with technology. And one of the things that LexisNexis does exceptionally well is bring together different databases and allow there to be more efficiency so they can locate, screen, and authenticate these children. And one of the things that really struck me is the number of children that are brought into this country, and also that are U.S. citizens that are taken into slavery and prostitution and also forced labor. And we wanted to do as much as we could to help them. And I think our donation to Polaris is going to make a big difference getting those bad people off the streets.
And so how's it going to work? Will you be able to search the LexisNexis database for information?
We run a national hotline, partly funded by the Department of Health and Human Services. This database allows our call specialists to be able to look up the resources and help people who want to learn what human trafficking is, want to be trained how to fight human trafficking, and if they're identifying victims, to find the right law enforcement, to find the right social service providers.
And it's also important to say that it's not just the sex industry.
Right.
People are trafficked to be housekeepers or domestic workers, right?
Forced labor. Absolutely.
Forced labor, agricultural workers, construction workers, maids and nannies.
And if people want more information about the Polaris Project, what can they do?
Well, the hotline number is 1-888-3737-888, and www.polarisproject.org for looking us up.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. It's a privilege to have you here, and I'm really glad that you came in to share this information.
Thanks for calling attention to this really valuable partnership. We thank LexisNexis a lot.
Thank you, Beverly.
Both. Thank you.